what your higher self wants you to know about love. So while I'm shuffling this message is going to be coming in from your higher self, the version of you that already knows how this all unfolds and who is deeply connected to your soul path in love. You might already feel certain shifts or truth within you, and this is here to really bring confirmation, clarity and peace. So also, if you would like to look deeper into your specific situation, I do offer same-day readings returned within 24 hours. And there is a channeled 1111 message from your higher self, your divine masculine and divine feminine, that are now available too, and there's a link within the bio. So we have got the World card, we've got the Strength that came sideways, we've got the 5 of Wands, and we have the 9 of Wands. So these cards in combination are suggesting that your higher self is acknowledging that this has been quite a challenging path for you in regards to love. It's something that has tested your resilience, it's tested your inner strength, and I feel like there's a choice point that is coming for you. And I think this choice point is about ending a particular loop or a cycle in order to start something more aligned with you. And this may also be happening towards the end of this year, starting 2026 as a very fresh year in regards to how you view love. So we're going to start here with the World card. And this card often talks about closing the loop, preparing for the shift. So the World card, it's a card of completion, and its presence here is very powerful. It's saying that you are standing on the edge of one life cycle, preparing to enter another. In a traditional deck, you would see this beautiful being in the center, and literally their foot is on the edge of the wreath, as if they're meant to be jumping into a new beginning. So whether this has unfolded through relationships or emotional patterns or long-held beliefs, there is a chapter that is going to be coming to a close, and it's going to be up to you how this page turns, if it's going to be done with resistance or with grace. What's really standing out to me is the wreath that is here, and it feels especially symbolic this time of the year because it feels to me almost like a Christmas wreath. And if we look at the symbolism of a Christmas wreath, it talks about eternity, it talks about renewal, and it talks about the cyclical nature of life. And just like the closing of the calendar year, this wreath, it feels like a visual cue that you don't have to wait until 2026 to start fresh. There's this energy that you're cultivating now that is going to directly shape how the new year unfolds for you. Now, in the center, we can see that there is this torso, and part of it is very exposed, opened up like a cadaver. And if we look at the symbolism of that, to me that talks about radical vulnerability. So you're very much being invited to show up more honestly. And I'm feeling that this is talking about within your physical body. This is literally about embodiment. What has your body held on to for you? What emotional weight has become physical tension or fatigue? There's wisdom there, and it's saying to listen to it. So we also see these leaves, possibly bay leaves, and they kind of hint at cleansing rituals. So bay leaves have long been used for energetic clearing. And this symbolism suggests that both your physical and your energetic spaces maybe need some sort of reset. So what this might look like in practical terms, there could be energetic cord cutting from relationships or habits that no longer feel aligned. There could be a deep decluttering of your physical space, especially objects that are tied to old identities or relationships. There also could be daily body check-ins and asking, what are you holding? Where are you tense? What do I need today? So this card is your permission slip. Nothing that you've been through is lost. I know many of us feel guilty about maybe staying in relationships for too long, or mindsets that, we've held on to. But every experience that you've had has been a thread in your evolution, and you now carry the wisdom, And this is asking you to move forward in this lighter, freer, and in more whole way. So if there is guilt or fear that arises as you shift away from your old versions of love or identity, remind yourself that it all had a purpose. And now, so does this next step. This really brings us into the Strength card that did come in sideways. So this is a card that speaks about resilience. Now, with it showing up sideways, this signals that you could be in this liminal space. Maybe one foot in this old version of your strength and one step toward something new. There's this sort of recalibration. You've already proven your resilience with this 9 of Wands here, which speaks about the wounded warrior energy. And now you're deciding how and where to direct it. So within the image of this card, we see the femur card. It's known as the strongest bone in the human body. And we can see these femoral joints at the end here. And this suggests that your strength was really meant to move and to pivot and to carry you forward. So this is not about becoming rigid or hardened. This is about understanding that real strength includes flexibility and knowing when to hold on and then when to release. So the way that these bones, they can form a socket, a joining point, it speaks to a relationship that likely has held immense weight in your life. And this may have been a bond that once fit perfectly, but is now wobbling as it came in sideways, almost like a teeter-totter. Something about this dynamic has felt both very familiar and also maybe a little bit unsteady. There's some sort of push-pull between attachment and growth here. So you might be asking yourself, are you holding this together or are you holding yourself back? And does staying require more strength than leaving? So the sideways card, it invites a lot of discernment, especially when we blend it with this world card and we see the vulnerability that we spoke about here. So there's no need to kind of rush into a decision, but you are being asked to notice where you may have an energy leak, if there's been any looping, and where you want your energy to flow next, especially when it's paired with this 9 of Wands. The combination of these 3 cards here suggests that this is a message of earned wisdom. You've carried yourself through so much. You've been the bone that didn't break. And now your strength, it doesn't need to prove itself through endurance alone. But there's something about aligned action and a new beginning for you. Now, when we add this 5 of Wands, so the 5 of Wands is a card of conflict. In this context, it's not just chaos for the sake of chaos. It's almost like there's this purposeful tension. It feels like it's a friction between the self that you've been and the self that you are becoming. And this tension is probably showing up internally and externally. Now, what's striking within these 3 cards is this central wand. This one here, this one here, and then we've talked about the femur bone being the strongest bone in the body. It feels like you are this wand, you are this bone, you are the axis, the pivot point. You've been the one holding everything together. And in the midst of differing opinions and life demands, you've stayed very centered. Sometimes it's been out of strength and other times it's really been out of survival. But as 2026 approaches, that central position might no longer be sustainable. It feels, with the combination of these cards, that you're being called to step out of that role of the stabilizer, out of the role of the peacemaker or the one who silently endures, and to really step into this radical honesty. So this 5 of Wands, it often arises when there's a threshold. It really forces clarity and it exposes what no longer resonates. And it's really asking you, whose energy are you carrying that is not yours? So it does talk about courage here, the courage to really admit what it is that you want and to ask if your current relationships or roles or environments are aligned with the person that you have become and are continuing to evolve to. So this is really asking about the courage to break your own loops, even if that means letting go of dynamics that once felt essential. So the message from your higher self is that you seem to be standing at a powerful threshold, one that's very much been shaped by any weight that you've carried and the lessons that you've lived and the choices that you're now being asked to make for you. So this is really preparing for a completely new cycle in 2026. Now, if you would like support mapping out what's ahead, then there is a link within my bio to same-day readings, to soul contract insights, and to a 12-month tarot journey to really guide you through the year ahead, and that will be delivered straight to your inbox, and you can find the link in my bio.